We pick up the book again, Chapter 3, Tears of a Clown, and Dramascus is undergoing another one of his so-called copycat Masquerader thefts. The master bedroom was elegant, luxurious and L-shaped, in key colours of white, gold and red. A magnificent chandelier, suspended from a number of glass ceiling mirrors, was placed strategically over a lavish four-poster bed covered in silk sheets. The carpet was red and thick. A French window led to a tropical veranda down the right angle of the L shape. Across, on the left, was the door to a bathroom. There was a suggestion of a sound somewhere in the room, a key being turned very slowly in a lock. On closer inspection, the gold handle of the bedroom door on the left crept open the merest inch. Then, after what seemed like an eternity, moved slowly open. Perrot Clown stepped, agonizingly slowly, into the room. I'll describe Perrot Clown previously. He wore a silver cone-shaped hat with luminous circles over a frizzy straw-coloured wig. His stark white face paint gave a mawkish look and overemphasised deep black character lines that worked comedy or tragedy equally well. A red nose equipped with nostrils, matching velvet patchwork top, frilly shirt and cuffs and gold pantaloons. Danish clogs rounded him off. He made to turn to close the door shut, his hands hovering above the gold handle. Hands coated with clown makeup, so he decided to refrain. Without producing the blueprint again, Perrot Clown scanned the room to get his bearings. He opened units, rifled through drawers and scoured the backs of wardrobes. Items strewn to the carpet, all done with great gusto and panache, as if to some prearranged plan. The intruder stood, his eyes affixed on the ceiling mirrors underpinning the chandelier, and gave a wide, disarming smile. What better place to store your treasures, he thought. Sweeping the sheets of the four-poster bed with a remote, he climbed tentatively upon it. Perrot Clown caught the reflection of his garish makeup at close quarters and was momentarily shocked. He pulled back, and the side of his head hit the chandelier, which sent it off tinkling for a while. Recovering, Perrot Clown inspected the screws on the ceiling mirrors. Unusually, each was different, but not insurmountable, he told himself, as he produced a multi-adjustable screwdriver from a cleverly camouflaged lower leg pocket. Perrot Clown applied the screwdriver to the top left screw on the first of four ceiling mirrors underpinning the chandelier. The screwdriver caught, and he turned it slowly. The grip was lost several times, so he forced himself to slow down mentally. Eventually, the screw, reluctantly, began to turn. 1 down, 15 to go. This was going to take some time. A single droplet of sweat fell from Perrot Clown's cone-shaped hat, down his forehead, to linger on the bridge of his eyebrows. Meanwhile, the fourth screwdriver of the first ceiling mirror, slowly, achingly, yielded. Perrot Clown threw his hat off and pocketed the screw. He began work on the second mirror, aware of further beads of sweat forming on his white-painted forehead. Only halfway through, and yet Perrot Clown was already inclined to rub some of the makeup off with a tissue. The hat too had left its legacy, with an overwarm scalp. He set to on the third ceiling mirror, where the rotation of the screws was reversed. By now, Perrot Clown was concluding work on the third ceiling mirror and sweating profusely. Trails of sweat from the upper portions of his face slithered down, causing the black eyeliner to seep and spread out onto the white face paint. The chandelier, linked as it was to the ceiling mirrors, began to tinkle furiously, as if in resistance to his efforts to displace it. Screw types on the mirrors themselves were becoming increasingly obscure, but Perrot Clown was confident his gadget would accommodate anything on the market. The third round of screws gave up their dead. Perrot Clown felt the chandelier make to give way in his hands, for most of the screws that held it in place had now gone. He placed his free arm strategically across two of the mirrors and prepared to start on the final set of screws. Sweat rolled down Perrot Clown's face. He felt intense irritation, though persevered, realising he had reached a point in this macabre, self-inflicted theatre wherein he had to eliminate extraneous thought. Focus would resolve the problem. Focus would dislodge the screw. The car swept by, just minutes from the Dupont villa. Perrot Clown's face, as seen in the last remaining ceiling mirror, resembled a nightmarish, kaleidoscopic mess. Putting the image out of his mind, he persisted stoically on retrieving this one last remaining screw. Beside the incidental background of the chandelier's persistent tinkling, the screw would not budge, not 1 centimetre. None of the other screw heads worked. Perrot Clown had never seen a screw design like it before, concluding it had been prepared by a master craftsman specifically made for the owner's use. As things stood, there was no way that screw was going to be unscrewed. Perrot Clown hit out angrily in savage downward movements with the screwdriver butt. The impact cracked one of the ceiling mirrors. Suddenly, this one last remaining screw gave way. A drop of sweat rolled into and stung his eye. He made to wipe it away. The chandelier, released from the ceiling mirrors, was now free to fall. Perrot Clown flattened his face against the descending ceiling mirrors. His makeup smudged on hard glass, and his hands lost their grip on the residue. Perrot Clown fell off the bed and rolled along the carpet, praying those blessed accoutrements did not follow him. The chandelier dropped directly onto the four-poster, knifing its way into the mattress with squadron force. The ceiling mirrors separated, bounced, and shattered in every direction. Among the minor shards of glass which littered the area, a jagged piece lay atop his knee. Perrot Clown winced, but the cut was tenable. There was some ointment and a micro-bandage concealed in his hat. Perrot Clown stared at the unpainted square now visible on the ceiling. It revealed a glittering, state-of-the-art safe combination. An ultrasonic beep sounded in Jake Dupont's inside jacket pocket. He leaned forward urgently to the chauffeur. "We have an uninvited guest. Increase your speed." Simon Dupont reacted. The four-poster was cleared of immediate debris. Perrot Clown used his remote control to eliminate in banks of groups the language of the safe combination. This one was musical, so he used the remote's keypad to convert them into musical notes. Further trial and error, both mechanical and hands-on, pointed to a musical system in reverse. Perrot Clown tried the French national anthem backwards, to no avail. He isolated the sequence of notes by connecting to an internet-based utility providing information on score composition. Neither gave total answers. There was no alternative but to get out of the tried and trusted stethoscope and fumble his way in note by note. There followed an interminable series of whirs, ticks and clicks, which tested his patience. Idly, Perrot Clown began a few bars of the Masquerader theme, in reverse. And then the safe sprung open. Inside lay an ornate golden box. Perrot Clown's eyes lit up. From within his costume appeared an identical box. He carefully drew the original out, in direct ratio to pushing the replacement in, using the weight display on his remote as a guide. Perrot Clown opened the crest box, the real crest box. What he saw dazzled him. A gold-plated crest featuring a kaleidoscope of diamonds, emeralds and rubies, all aligned in sequence to refract against each other.